What's up, everyone? It's Horizon, and today we're going to see if Ornstein from Dark Souls 1 has what it takes to beat Elden Ring. Let's go. So this should be a fun one. Ornstein has a really interesting moveset. Since he's quick, has lightning attacks, and, I mean, his spear is just sick, too. Also crazy that Margit missed that. Or dodged it. Alright, okay. Also gonna note that some of these attacks Ornstein doesn't actually have in Dark Souls 1 because that would make him far and away the hardest boss, and you only fight him about halfway through the game. Okay, now with Margit defeated, we're off to Godrick. Okay, yeah, like this is an attack that, oh my god. Okay, first off, crazy that it did like 2/3 of his health, but yeah. An attack like that is not one that Ornstein actually has when you fight him in Dark Souls. And, okay, yeah. I expected us to demolish Godrick. I wasn't expecting it to be that bad. And if you enjoy videos like this, definitely feel free to subscribe as it helps the channel out a ton, and I put videos out like this weekly. Okay, now with Godrick out of the way, it's time for Rennala. Let's start knocking out the students. We got one down. Okay, student number 2, and, oh, convenient student number 3 right here. All right, yeah. Looks like 5 hits, maybe 4? Yep, and that's all it took for phase 1. Okay, let's get moving. We do not want to get blasted by this. I'm honestly just curious if this is going to one-shot her, and wow. So, question answered, I guess. It did. All right, and with Rennala out of the way, it's time for Radahn. Oh, and real quick, something fun that the mod added in for those of you that have played Dark Souls 2, Ornstein actually makes a return in kind of a way. We can actually play as the old Dragonslayer because it's the exact same boss, but something that's cool is the lightning attacks are all purple. So, kind of sick. Ooh. Yeah, okay, I forget how much damage some of our attacks do. So that went way quicker than I expected. Sorry for those of you that like seeing the meteor attack. And now that Radahn's been defeated, it's time to pay a visit to the capital. But yeah, so for me, I personally like Ornstein more. I just like the gold armor and the regular lightning. So we'll be playing as him the entire run. And big hit. Oh, that's probably the grab. Nope, that's actually the grab. Cool way to finish Goldfrey off, I guess. And now with Goldfrey defeated, it's time for Morgott. Okay, the grab was sick. Let's try that again. Okay, wow. 4,000 damage. Okay, we buffing up. Ooh, we're gonna completely eat this. Oh, no. That's the super Ornstein attack. The lightning butt smash. Again, also does a hilarious amount of damage. Oh my god. So was not expecting to smoke Morgott that fast as well, but I guess that's what happens. Okay, Fire Giant is a big jump in health from the other bosses we fought, so I'm curious to see how well he handles our attacks. That's so crazy. Almost 2,000 damage a swing. All right, let's hop back over. Can we grab him? Unsurprisingly, we can't. I guess that's fine. Okay, we're getting pretty close. As long as we can actually land attacks. Should be getting to phase 2 shortly. Oh, I forgot the spear throw. Let's back up and do that again. I was like, I know he does it in the actual fight. I just couldn't figure out what the input was. Okay, let's keep it going. Oh, okay, that was not a glitch on your end. This boss is sometimes kind of stutters the game for a second. I've mostly been able to edit it out, but yeah, that might happen again later on in the run, so just a heads up. Okay, now with him laying on the ground, let's see if we can actually land this now. Wow, yes. And big hit. That'll do it. I guess we finished it off with the spear throw, just at close range. Okay, and now with the Fire Giant defeated, it's time for the Godskin Duo. Okay, let's start off with a big lightning attack. Oh my god. Like, I know we've obviously used that attack a lot, so we know it does a lot of damage, but again, it seems like every time I use it, it just gets stronger. Because I think it said, what, it did like 8,000, 8,500 damage, something like that. All right, let's buff up. And big butt smash. Spear throw. You know what? Spear throw to finish it off here, too. Just a nice, clean way to wrap up the Godskin Duo fight. Okay, now with Godskin Duo defeated, it's time for Maliketh. All right, you know what? Why not start off with a spear throw? Let's keep the damage up. He's already getting some good hits on with us. Oh, and already to Maliketh. We have some slow windups, so if we're not careful, we are going to give Maliketh some opportunities to do some very real damage to us. Okay, thankfully landed the spear throw. All right, let's do another one. Okay, and then honestly, one more hit should wrap this up. Could have gone very bad very fast, but thankfully we were able to close that one out. And now with Maliketh down, it's time for Gideon. Okay, and since it's Gideon, we obviously have to do the grab. See how much of his health it takes out. Almost all of it. And this should, yeah. Barely had a chance to stand back up. Got to keep the theme of just completely demolishing Gideon. Got to keep the theme of just bullying Gideon into oblivion. And now with Gideon defeated, it's time for Godfrey and Horalu. Okay, we should be able to grab Godfrey too, right? Yep, there we go. Can we get straight into Horalu? Nah. Still did good damage, though. Okay. Woo. Look at that damage. Oh, speaking of, get out of the way of that. Okay, big butt smash. Hey, look at the timing. No, back up. Thankfully, we can throw this from a safe distance. Don't want any of that to land on us. All right. Ooh. That attack is crazy. Let's do that again. That is an insane attack. Again, one that he absolutely does not have in Dark Souls 1 because that would be insane. But pretty stoked we have it here, to be honest. All right, now that we've defeated Godfrey and Horalu, it's time for Malenia. Okay, I could be wrong, but I don't know if we've used that attack in this run before, so I want to use it again. What am I doing? Okay. Let's go ahead and do the grab. No! The grab should work. There. I think we were just too close. I think the proper hitbox went a little too far. So we still did damage, but just as like a normal attack. All right, what do we got here? Oh, okay, that's the attack I remember using earlier. I think that's the one that we demolished Godfrey, or not Godfrey, Godrick with. Okay, couple more hits and we should be off to phase 2. Yep, here we go. Really want to avoid the Aeonia. All right, big lightning attack while we wait. Maybe a spear throw. Okay, we got to dodge this because each of these do a ton of damage. And then, yeah, her follow-up there also does crazy damage. All right, big lightning attack. What about this? Oh, insane timing. Okay, let's try it now. Interesting. It missed for some reason. You know what? Cinematic finish. Let's close it out with a grab. And now that Malenia has been defeated, there's only one thing standing between us and the Elden throne. Okay, let's see if we can close this one out. Crazy damage yet again. Oh, he'll probably deflect this. Oh, never mind. Not if he's caught mid-attack. And dodge. Ooh, can we do the big butt smash? This will probably kill him. Yep. Nothing like a good butt smash to beat one of the last bosses of the game. All right, Elden Beast, let's do our big lightning attack. And take out, I guess, 75% of his health bar. Yeah, I know I'm not great at power scaling between games, but I have a feeling Ornstein is not this powerful compared to everyone in Elden Ring. Okay, he's running away, so that means we're just going to finish it with a spear throw. And that will take care of that. And with that, the Elden Beast has been defeated. And now the only thing left to do is min the Elden Ring and take our place on the Elden throne. Okay, time to see how Ornstein looks on the throne. Honestly, looks pretty good. The last couple runs we had, the boss just wasn't on the throne at all, so anything here is a win. And that concludes Ornstein's journey to Elden Lord, starting in Limgrave and ending all the way at the Elden throne. Thanks for watching, catch you in the next one.